one of those days, one of those weeks, last few weeks. How do I even want to start this? It's just been chaos and hell and mischief in this house. And I am try to be one of those like easygoing parents. I try not to yell too much because, in my house, there used to be like a lot of yelling. It's like, we're just already like a loud family. So minimize that the last couple weeks. And I want to say our kids just don't care. They give 0 F's about anything. And to an extent, I love that about them. But as of lately, it's just been so hard to just like, hold back from yelling and like, punishing them or whatever the case is. My hormones have been like slowly progressing. It's more so me snapping out more than me like taking things in and like feeling some type of way about them. As of lately, the kids have been really testing me. They have really been testing how pissed off can we make mommy before she decides to explode. I do want to say that they have pissed me off to almost that point. And for those of you guys, out there who can relate, please let me know, because I feel like one out here that's experiencing these type of pressure points. And I don't know if it's because the new baby's coming. I don't know if it's because, they're both at different ages now. One is different grade levels. I don't know what it is. It could be a number of things. But all I know is these little rugrats is testing me and I'm failing miserably. So a couple weeks ago, before school started, they have been protesting every single meal that I make. Every single meal. It can be breakfast, it could be lunch, it could be dinner, it could be snack. They have been protesting it completely. They don't want what I'm making. They don't want what they would usually want. They don't want to eat this. They don't want to eat that. They just want snacks. And to an extent, I was like, you know what? We have a whole snack drawer. So it's been convenient for us to kind of just have like, a drawer where they can just go in and I don't have to make anything for them. They know all the snacks that's in there and they know once it's done, it's done. But for some reason, they swear that the snack compensates for the actual meal that they're supposed to have. So they're only supposed to have 2 snacks a day. These little rugrats have been having 6 snacks a day. Now, I know this is probably the case for a lot of families out there, and you guys could probably relate like, yep, my kid's been doing the same thing too. But for me, I feel like that's when the testing starts because, we're just freely giving them these snacks. We're letting them have them. And then when it's time to actually eat real food, they're mad because it's not a snack. It's not the snack that they want. Kids only eat like maybe 3 things. And, I've been trying to be a little bit better at like providing them with more options and things. I've been making it easy. Like, we're going to have rice and chicken. Y'all like rice and chicken? Okay, cool. But I'm going to add broccoli or I'm going to add cooked carrots or, we're going to have pork and rice and, trying to switch it up little by little. And for the most part, they were taking some liking to it. But then when that 3rd week hit, like that last 3 weeks ago, they were just like, nope, they don't want nothing. They just want pizza. They just want chicken and fries. One likes peanut butter sandwich, one likes jelly sandwich. So I got to make 2 different sandwiches. One likes it with the crust, one likes it without the crust. So I got to cut the crust off. Then the other one decides, oh, I don't like the crust no more. Now I got to cut crust off. And like, I've been trying to be like, okay, a little understanding. It's like, okay, I understand your taste buds are changing. Your preferences are changing. But this is driving me insane. Like, it's so crazy how, like, y'all only eat these 3 things. But then when I make these 3 things, sometimes they don't even finish it completely. Or sometimes they'll eat one more than the other than they eat the other thing. And it's just driving me nuts. We have a kind of a half bathroom like downstairs behind our kitchen. So we'll dish out their food. We'll sit there for a little bit, make sure they start eating. Once we leave out of their sight, I think they give it about like maybe 5 minutes and then they get up and throw the food away into the garbage can in the half bathroom. Okay. I was not hip game to this until literally last week. Okay. They've been doing this for like a month now. And I'm like, dang, why this trash always getting so full? And what they'll do is they'll throw the food away and then throw the tissue on top of it. So then I don't see that there's food underneath it, because I'm not going to go rummaging through the bathroom trash to see if they threw food away. Next issue. I like candles. I like to light candles when I'm done cleaning. Candles just kind of like over enhance, and I love that, especially after I'm done cleaning. So my kids decide that now that the candles have been lit, they are going to sneak downstairs, take whatever paper they can find, and start throwing it in the candles. Okay. I come downstairs, after some time or whatever, because I didn't hear her. And then, so she's already upstairs. I go downstairs. And in the bathroom, there's like tissue, water, and burnt paper all over the place. Okay. Don't yell. But then at that point, I'm telling myself not to yell, but I'm yelling anyways. With fire, I was never one of those kids who saw amusement in playing with fire. And apparently this little girl was. And so was my husband growing up. He just loved lighting stuff up. So she tells me she did it, and she said it was a big fire and all this other stuff. So my heart automatically starts racing, because not only is there a towel that's highly flammable right next to it, there's a carpet, there's another bath mat, like a toilet mat, and all this other stuff. So my mind is racing. So I automatically just start disciplining right then and there. I'm like, speech and all this stuff. And she's sitting there crying, and I'm like, I'm not yelling, but I'm talking to her firmly so she understands and she gets it. She says, sorry. Couple days ago, my son now decides he is equally going to play with fire. And mind you, this was a day that had just deep cleaned the whole entire house. I was like, nothing left over. The windows were open. The candles were blowing. They were in their room. So I was like, I ain't got nothing to worry about. Let me come upstairs. I can handle upstairs. Because it was just the bathroom that needed to be cleaned. And then all of a sudden it gets quiet again. I hear nobody. And then I call for them. They're both downstairs. Oh, I was playing downstairs. Okay, don't play downstairs. I don't want you guys playing downstairs. I just cleaned up. Okay. So they go in their room. They close the door. So some time goes by. I'm downstairs to put everything back. To my surprise, there's more paper, burnt paper, and tissue. And now the carpet is burnt. So I just lose my mind. I'm like, what the? And yes, I dropped a couple of them. I did drop a couple of them. And then I screamed for them to come downstairs, find out who did it. I found out who did it. First, they didn't say anything. First, they were trying to keep it hush because, sibling code. And I respect it. I respect the sibling code. But to an extent, when it becomes now our livelihoods are in danger, I need y'all to break that sibling code, because both of y'all about to get it at this point. They both got in trouble for the whole day. No iPad, no TV, no toys. They're just literally in their room sitting there. And I'm like fuming through my ears because I'm just pissed. And then, so like those are the big incidents that have been happening. On top of that, I'm getting talkbacks. I'm getting side remarks. I'm getting unnecessary whining, unnecessary complaining, persistence, and just not listening. They're just carrying on and acting like listening to mommy is an option. It is not mandatory. So I automatically feel attacked. I feel like they are purposely protesting against me. And this is their way of rioting my parenting skills. So I've been trying to stay calm with these situations. But y'all, today broke me. Today broke me so bad, because now we're on our way to school. I turn my windshield wiper on, trying to clear the fog, and one of my windshield wipers is broke. And I'm like, what the hell? What is going on? And I'm like, did somebody touch my windshield? Automatically, one person goes, it was just, I think I just lost my mind at that point. I was just like talking how it's dangerous to touch things that they don't know what it does. And then now the car, like from my understanding, I thought they lost it. I was like, we don't have a windshield wiper. Now the glass is foggy. Mommy can't see. I can't get you to school if I can't see. And this is dangerous. And like just going on. And their faces are literally like sinking. Like they were so, you could tell they were like sad, but then at the same time, they were like, we don't know what to do because we don't know what that means. And I feel bad for them now that I'm thinking back on it. I didn't even say goodbye. I didn't say I love you. I just dropped them off. I was like, close my door. I got home, y'all, and I cried. I literally cried because I feel like at this point, I am completely failing as a parent altogether, taking care of human beings because they're not listening. They're doing what they want and like literally bawling my eyes out. I'm like, God, please help me because I don't know what I'm doing wrong. At the same time, I realized like I have to know what position I'm in before I can try and parent my kids. You know, I am pregnant. I am a little stressed because, you know, this baby's coming in 8 to 10 weeks and maybe 11. Just like I'm stressed, I'm overwhelmed. I feel like I'm exhausted in whatever I do. I can try and do something. Oh, excuse me. But I just feel like things are just like spiraling around me and I have no control whatsoever. And it just broke me. I think I got to my breaking point and I was just like, man, I don't think I'll ever have it completely together when it comes to parenting. I don't. I know there'll be moments where, you know, things will be going good and smooth, but then later on, there'll be another turn of events. There'll be another milestone. There'll be another life change that happens that'll trigger them to respond in such a way, which is why I'm not 100% mad at them. I'm more so like adjusting to what's going to be and what is. So it's been really hard. It's just been really hard. And, you know, for the last, I want to say month and a half, all I've been doing in my free time is crying. Because I feel like that's the only thing I can control. I control my emotions. So in order for me to let it out, I just gotta cry. So if that is you and you are on the verge of like a tipping iceberg, like me, cry. Just cry because it releases tension. It releases, you know, stress. It releases all the negativity that you are feeling towards a certain situation. Word of advice is try not to hold tightly to the things that you can't control. The way your kids act, it's not a reflection of you. It's just a reflection of what's going on around them. So you have to be mindful about that. At first, I was just like, oh, my kids are good. Like, we don't have to worry about this. Like, they're so excited about this baby. Every kid responds to things differently. And I feel like because, you know, I'm going through my own changes with the pregnancy and everything like that, they are equally going through changes. And know as soon as this baby comes, it's probably going to be a whirlwind of emotions for everybody. And us having like a fifth person in this family. And then I know how it is. And, you know, the last few weeks of pregnancy is always the hardest because you're dealing with nesting. You're dealing with now your body's getting ready for labor. So you got Braxton Hicks. You've got much that already goes on third trimester that now stepping into real life. And if you got a family already, like it's just hard to just kind of adjust and adapt. I wanted to just extend a hand and let y'all know, like, I feel you. If you are going through this, I feel you. Okay, sorry. I had to take my stuff off because I was just getting super hot. But before I close out, there's also one other thing that I want to mention and say for all the family members and friends out there who do not have kids. Please be considerate when you are talking to another parent who is venting about how their kids are or how they're feeling and stuff like that. Be considerate, because one thing that us parents do not like is when we are expressing how we feel about our situation and then the person that we're talking to or on the receiving end is like, well, that's why I don't have kids, or you wanted to have kids and you made your bed, now you got to lie in it. Like, don't make comments like that. Don't say that, because yes, I am fully aware that I wanted a family. I knew what was going to happen, but at the same time, you're still not mentally prepared for the toll that it's going to take on your emotional well-being. Have people that can relate with you and, talk with you about it. Not a lot of times there's going to be a way to solve it, because there's always going to be another transition, but it's always good to talk to other people who have been through it or going through it, or, who are yet to experience it, but they want to know what's going on. And I think it's really important to know, that you're not alone in this. You're really not. If you could relate to this video, don't forget to comment. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions, some tips and tricks that helped you. What has helped you get through some of the things that you are going through with your little ones. Also, too, don't forget to like and subscribe so we can have more parental chats like this, because I feel like it's good. It kind of helps, helps me get my nerves all out, helps me, finish venting and talking to you guys and being more, relatable and like personable with, my situations and things like that I'm going through. And also, you don't want to miss videos like this. So hit that bell. Girl chats like this, more parental chats. And yeah, so I'm going to get back on track with posting videos, because I feel like we were doing good until all those stuff started happening. I start trying to put out 2 videos a week. I'm going to start with this one. This one's going to go up really soon. And then I'll have another one that'll be, kind of mindful exercises and things like that to do to kind of help you de-stress, other than crying and stuff like that. So